On this episode of the Crizz's Cheesing It Up, we have 4 different kinds of Gouda to try, all different periods of aging. We're going to taste them, see which one is the best, and give you a Gouda education. Stay tuned. Before diving into these 4 cheeses today, let's talk a little bit about what makes Gouda different versus other cheeses. Now, the aging processes are pretty similar to cheddar cheeses, so a lot of people think of cheddar and Gouda in pretty similar categories. Both of them could be relatively hard cheeses as well, depending on how long they're aged. And all the Goudas we have here today are aged anywhere from around 6 months to upwards of 3 years. So pretty similar to what we see with a lot of the cheddar cheeses out there. But what does make Gouda different is the percentage of fat content versus cheddar cheeses. Cheddar cheeses tend to be somewhere around 20 to 40% fat content, while Gouda cheeses have above 70% fat content, which makes them a little bit richer typically than what you'd find with a cheddar cheese, although cheddar cheese tends to be quite a bit sharper. The other difference is cheddar does not have a rind, and what I mean by rind is the wax ring that's on the outside of it. Could also be a natural rind as well, similar to like a Parmesan cheese. Most classic Goudas, though, do have the traditional wax rind, just like all the cheeses that we're going to be sampling here today. In addition to some of the differences between Gouda and cheddar, let's talk a little bit about the history of Gouda. So Gouda is actually a protected cheese, unlike cheddar. Gouda had initially originated in Gouda, Holland, and any product that has the namesake Gouda, it must come from cows coming from the Gouda region in Holland. Now that's different than cheddar. Cheddar, of course, originated in Cheddar, England. However, there's no name protection associated with cheddar. Cheddar can be manufactured or made anywhere within the world, and it does not have to come from cows in Cheddar, England. So pretty unique difference there, and it's impressive after all these years Gouda has been able to keep its namesake in place. So we have 4 different cheeses today. First we have Beemster, which is a Vlaskas cheese. This is aged the least amount of time out of all the cheeses here today. Aged 6 months. You can definitely tell it's aged a little bit less time based on how soft it is compared to the other cheeses. We also have a Rembrandt cheese. The Rembrandt cheese is aged for 12 months. We have another Beemster, which is aged a total of 18 months, which is pretty typical of a lot of the Goudas that you do see out there in the market. And then we also have a Artikas, which is aged 3 years. And you can definitely tell this one is the hardest out of all these cheeses. It's almost as hard as a rock. So I'm just curious to see how some of the differences in taste are as you continue to get more and more aged cheeses. And I'll also let you know which one I feel is the best. So welcome to my special guest who's going to help us sample some of these cheeses today. And we're going to work from the least aged up to the most aged. So again, we have a 6-month, we have a 12-month, an 18-month, and also a 36-month here. So let's go ahead, slice these up, right? You want to smell? Here, smell one. See what it smells like. You smell that one? Well, you don't want to eat it yet, but you want to try that one first? Okay, go ahead and take a bite of it. Okay. You let me know what you think of that one.
Good.
Okay. So that is the 6-month. What do you think?
Good.
Definitely creamy. Like almost all cheeses are.
Thank you.
Maybe a little bit of nuttiness. Slight nuttiness, do you? What do you think?
Nuttiness.
A little nuttiness. Slight sweetness to it. Take a sample of 12-month. Sample 12. See how you like that one.
Good. Ah, good. Good. Good.
So it's a little harder than the first one. A little bit more crystallization. I think it was good. I think I like that one better than the first one. How about you? Okay, you spit into it? Okay. As you can see, Dalton here has totally bit into cheese here. So if you ever come over our house and you're sampling cheeses with us, just be aware that your cheeses may look like this. All right, move on to the 18-month now. Man, these are getting harder to cut. It's getting a little harder to cut here. Okay. Here you go. Try this sample. Here. Try this one. This is the 18 months. You want to try that one again? Okay, you can try it. You can try that one again. All right, continued advancement of crystallization. A little more sharpness.
Yeah.
A little salty, and you get a little sweetness on the back end. Not too much. All right, now let's try the 36-month. Oh, baby, this is gonna be hard to cut into. Well, actually, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be harder to cut than it actually was. All right, here goes Dalton. You gonna get that one? Man, oh man, I can always count on you, man, to butcher these cheeses. I'm gonna try it first.
A bit sweet. A bit
A lot more crystallization on this one, which you'd expect with the aging process. Quite a bit stronger, and definitely more defined flavors. Get some bitterness on the end of it. Let's pick up like almost an alcohol type property a little bit there too. This 36-month one is really good. I'd say out of all these, so far this is probably my favorite, but I'm gonna do another run through and try these again. It's funny with Goudas, sometimes on the very front end, you don't pick up a ton of flavor, but then that flavor hits you all the way in the back end. All right, so here's what I'm thinking, Dalton. I think in terms of enjoyment, I think I'm gonna go with this very first one here. Coincidentally, this is actually the least expensive one, which is $16.99 a pound. I'd probably say I like that one the best. And then after that, these two are so close. I got to sample these one more time, Dalton, just to try these again. Let's see what I got here. Okay. I'll try these one more time. I'm just gonna try the middle of the cheese, just so I can. Did you drop the whole cheese? Oh my god! Oh man, we got. Did you take the whole piece? Oh my gosh! Well, I think you like that one the best, babe. All right.
little sour.
A little sour, you think? I'm really having a hard time picking between these two cheeses.
Yeah.
If you like creamier, more mild cheeses, you're probably gonna like this one the best. If you like more full-bodied, flavored cheeses with a little bit more, what do you want to say, Dalton? A little bit more of what?
A bit more of cheese.
A little more cheese? Well, if you like cheeses that have a little bit more complex flavors, you're probably gonna go a little bit higher down the line here. But I'd say at the moment, and this could change a little bit later on. Again, I ate dinner not too long ago, so my taste buds could be a little bit off. I don't know. But I definitely go the 36-month. That one, I think by far is my favorite so far. Then I'd probably go with the Rembrandt. And then I'd go with the 18-month Beemster. And then I'd go with the 6-month Beemster. And all these are good cheeses. It's really a matter of some of your taste preferences. And I prefer some of the more aged cheeses. And for this one here, I just find this to be the strongest entry in here. So I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit more about these Gouda cheeses. And until next time, we hope you have a Gouda day.
Gouda day!
That's right. See you next time. Keep cheesing it up.